people, many of them are older people,
What's
Mr.
the
President.
definition of control? Yeah. Under the
It's giving them a false
circumstances
sense of
right
security.
now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. But that doesn't mean we aren't doing everything we can. It's under control as much as you can control it. This is a horrible plague that beset us.
Not under control when you compare us, as Jonathan Swan did, to many other countries doing far better. Those comments, stunning, frankly, and with the U.S. topping 150,000 deaths so far from this virus, here is another remarkable number. In a new poll out this morning, just 13% of Americans say they are satisfied with the way things are going in the U.S. right now. That is down a remarkable 32% just since February. Let's get to CNN's Joe Johns. He is at the White House, where we expect to hear from the president in just minutes. And Joe, I think denial is a word that comes across from that interview, but also some enabling going on, right? Because you have a staff there, it seems, willing to supply him with graphs and figures that reinforce his point of view in defiance of what all the health experts are saying.
Right, and so you're left with a question of how much of this is denial versus how much of this is lack of knowledge, versus how much of this is simply misleading for political purposes. And it's kind of all in there. This interview is quite remarkable, probably the most remarkable picture yet of how the president is also in a loop. He continues to repeat the same messages again and again, despite being confronted with reality and the facts. An example of that is testing and whether it's a good idea. Listen to this clip from the interview.
When can you commit, by what date, that every American will have access to the same day testing that you get here in the White House?
Well, we have great testing. We're doing, and
By what date?
Let me explain. The testing. We have tested more people than any other country, than all of Europe put together times two. We have tested more people than anybody ever thought of. India has 1.4 billion people. They've done 11 million tests. We've done 55, it'll be close to 60 million tests. And, you know, there are those that say, you can test too much. You do know that.
Who says that?
Oh, just read the manuals, read the books.
Manuals?
Read the books.
Manuals.
Read the books. What testing does...
Woo! Joe is lying his ass.
Let me explain. What testing does, it shows cases. It shows where there may be cases.
I gotta laugh, people.
Other countries test. You know when they test? They test when somebody's sick.
The
That's when
American
they test.
idiot is
And I'm not saying
lying
they're
to
right or
y'all.
wrong. Nobody's done it like we've done it. We've got
I'm hoping that none of you
absolutely
believe what any shit that you hear from this guy.
Another example of how the
Because
president
he's
seems
a
to
lying
be
snake.
in denial is on the issue of coronavirus fatalities in the United States, and using the same standard to compare the United States to fatalities in other countries. The president seems to want to use a different standard, or so he says in the interview. Listen.
The figure I look at is death. And death is going up now.
Okay.
There's 1,000 a day.
If you look at death...
8,000 a day, that's 365,000 people
I'd love to.
by end of the year. That's gonna be 365,000 deaths in the USA. And our population is only 300 million. India has a billion plus population. They don't have 155,478 deaths. So is China. So this is to show you the American failure. America fell big time with big capital F. Trump fell big time, big capital F, with a red pen. There's no excuses, there's no cutting corner, there's no hiding behind anything. These are all bogus numbers that Trump is showing. These are bogus, they made them up. The numbers speak for themselves, and we all can see them on the internet. So look at the numbers. This man is lying his ass up.
Population and X percentage of death of that population versus South Korea. Well, look at South Korea, for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's crazy.
You don't know that.
I do. It's on
You
the.
don't know that.
You think they're faking their statistics? South Korea, an advanced country.
really gives you an idea, perhaps, of why the president is being abandoned by his health and science advisors on the coronavirus task
Because he's
force.
a liar.
Those folks seem to be
He's an idiot,
on a
he's
completely
inept,
different
he's
page than the
incompetent,
political
he's
people over here at the White
incapable.
House, including the president.
We need to get his
Jim,
dumb ass
back to you.
the hell out of the White House.
Remarkable.
Come
Joe
November
Jones, thank you
3rd,
very much.
2020
Joining
this
us now is
year.
Dr. Amy Compton Phillips, Chief
Put
Clinical
somebody
Officer for
competent,
Providence Health
somebody
System,
that
and also with the CNN political
have
commentator.
some kind of
Will Lewis.
leadership, somebody
Thank
that
you
have
very, very
a
much
sympathy,
for being
empathy
here.
for the
I'd like
people.
to start with you, Doctor.
Someone
Just
with a
simply all
heart,
politics aside,
someone
and
who
they're very
cares.
important here, and we'll get to
Get
some
this
but they're-
bastard,
But why
incompetent,
is it
stupid
so
man out of the
striking
White
and so
House.
important
Please,
and
I'm begging you,
scary,
America,
frankly,
to save your
that
own
the
goddamn
president
life.
doesn't seem to
This
think
thing
it's
ain't no
important.
joke. It's real.
The mortality
It's
rate that
real.
we're seeing in this country, the proportion to the population.
This is
Well, and
messenger
thank you so much for the
news
question, Bobby. You know,
from
if you just look at the facts,
my
the
basement
US has about
with my
4%
partner
of the world's
CNN,
population and about a quarter of the
messenger
cases, 25%
news.
of the cases. We definitely
You have
a
been
problem
warned.
here in the
America,
US.
save
And for
your
any
life.
Doctor who's ever referred
Until next
you to
time,
a
may God
12-step
bless you.
program,
Love of
or
Christ
you have a
be with
loved
you.
one who's ever gone to